Hello everyone, this is the video for class 9 for subject IT. In the previous video I told you what is communication, what is the features of communication, and I was also telling you what is the impact of effective communication. Right now, so let us see what are the impacts of effective communication right now. Impact of effective communication. Okay, effect of effective communication. Right now, when your communication will be effective, when you will follow the features of communication, right? When you will follow the features of communication. So what are the impacts of effective communication? It encourages active participation. It encourages active participation, right? In group discussion, in group discussion. It helps in building, it helps in building relationship with others, relationship with others. It develops leadership quality. Okay, it develops a leadership quality. It builds confidence. Builds confidence. Effective communication helps in effective communication helps in handling various conflicts or misunderstanding in an organization, right? So what is the impact of effective communication? It encourages active participation in the group. If your communication will be the effective, it will have all the features, so it will encourage you to participate in group discussion among the group. If you are in the group, you are the leader of that group, and when you are trying to convey your message, your ideas, if your idea is clear, it can be clearly interpreted by what you like to convey to the person is being interpreted by the receiver, then it develops the it encourages you to participate in group discussion. Okay, when you will get the attention of the people in the group, so definitely you will have your confidence will be built. If you will be able, if you are able to convey your message to the people will respond to you, they will give feedback to you. That also develops the leadership quality. It encourages active participation. It helps in building relationship with the others. Definitely, if you will you will be able to convey your message clearly to the people, so you will have the very good relationship, because they will be able to understand what you would like to convey to them. It develops the leadership quality, builds confidence. Okay, when people will pay attention to you, will give feedback to you, so definitely the confidence will build. Effective communication helps in handling various conflicts, okay, or misunderstandings in an organization, okay. How it handles, suppose some of the message is not conveyed properly in an organization, okay, so they will not be able to, there may be the some conflicts, there may be some misunderstanding, and the relationship or the environment of the organization may be spoiled right now. So if you will have the if the communication have the good features, all the features of the communication, if it is followed, all the protocols followed, so definitely it allows you, you will be successful in handling the conflicts or any misunderstanding among the people in any organization, okay. Now after this, after knowing about what is communication, what is the feature of communication, what is impact of communication, let us see what are the elements of communication, okay. So now the elements of communications are elements of communication cycle. Okay, so what are the elements of communication cycle? Now, in communication cycle, few elements are important. What are those elements? As you know that communication cannot be with a single person. If you are going to convey your views, so definitely it will be some person to whom you'd like to convey your views, or will be the group of people to whom you'd like to convey your ideas, your views. Okay, so now let us see what are the elements of communications are there. It's a message. Okay, message. Information to be conveyed. Information to be conveyed. Okay, second one is the sender. Sender, who is having the information, is the sender. Okay, so who sends information is the sender. Sender has to encode the information. Okay, so formation of message is the encoding, that is from the side of the sender. Okay, now communication channel. Okay, it is a medium, right? Now receiver, who receives the message? Who receives the message? Okay, now decoding, the proper message is interpreted. Okay, decoding, what does it? Interprets the message. Okay, and the final one is the feedback, which is responsible for continue the conversation, continue the communication. Okay, information when conveyed to the person, and when person is responding, right, that is the feedback. Okay, so that is the response. Clear? Response by the sender is the feedback. Here is the main person is who? Sender, and who is receiving. Clear? So sender should have the information for sending, and that information must have a formation and coding in the form in which it should be sent. There requires the communication channel. There must be the receiver who will receive. So before receiving, they must have to encode the message, which is decode the message which is sent by the receiver. Means decoding is what? Understanding of the words. Okay, the collection of words, the symbols sent by the sender. Okay, when it is received by the receiver, and when receiver understands the words, relates the words, okay, gets the meaning of the sent words, so that is called the encoding. And after understanding the thing, when they are responding to the received message, to the receiver, to the sender, that is the respond, and this makes the communication cycle complete. So now let us see, once let us draw this communication cycle here. Now, in communication cycle, just I have mentioned to you what are the elements of the communication. Okay, so there is the, you can see the first element is the sender. First element is the sender, who sends the message. Okay, who has an idea or has an information, who is having the idea or information, who is containing the idea or information, is the sender. Clear? And sender, when formates, it is the encoding. Right? When sender makes the formation of the message, right, in the form of the words, the symbols, that is called encoding. The ideas which is there in the sender's mind, when they are making the form, they are collecting the words to convey the idea and the message or the information, right? It is called the encoding, right? And this is the message which is sent to the message which is sent to the channel, and this message is again decoded by the receiver. So they are done, then message is decoded. Clear? So message first encoding is done, and then the message is decoded, and that is received by the receiver. Okay, that is received by the receiver, and then receiver responds. Then receiver responds. Clear? Or it sends the response. And that response is the feedback, which is actually making the connection, which completes the cycle of communication, right? Which completes the cycle of communication. Now, let us see what are the forms of the message can be. Okay? Let us see what are the different forms of the message can be, right? So, the message forms can be it can be the verbal message, right? It can be the verbal message in the written form or spoken form, right? Can be in the written or spoken form. Clear? Another form of the message can be non-verbal. Okay? Another form of the message can be non-verbal. Clear? Another form of the message can be non-verbal. This non-verbal message includes body movement. Okay? Is the body movement, gesture of gesture, right? Your facial expression, right? Your voice tone, facial expression, your eye contact, tone of your voice, okay? Eye contact, voice tone. This all forms the non-verbal messages. Right now, this all forms the non-verbal messages. Clear? Now, in both verbal and non-verbal, this communication cycle continues. Right now, you can see that sender is having the ideas, they would like to convey the message to the receiver. So in between, what are the terms comes, encoding, message, decoding by the receiver, and then receiver understands the message, and then receiver responds it and gives the feedback to the sender, okay, and they gives the feedback to the sender, and this completes the communication cycle. Okay, now one thing I would like to tell you, I would like to make you realize that how this communication cycle is important. For that, I would like to tell you one story. A father planned an urgent trip to his son's home. Okay, he would like to go to his son's home, and son was in another state. Okay, he sent an email to his son. The father sent email to his son. In the mail, he wrote. In the mail, father wrote, "Reach tomorrow," instead of "reaching tomorrow." I'm trying to tell you what is the importance of this communication feature. Means the things should be very clear, messages should be conveyed. Okay, so reach tomorrow instead of reaching tomorrow. By mistake, he wrote reach tomorrow instead of reaching tomorrow. Okay, when the father reached his son's home, right, his daughter-in-law was surprised to see his father-in-law, her father-in-law. Okay, when he saw her father-in-law, right, when she was surprised. So when father-in-law saw his daughter-in-law's face and asked what happened, right, then the daughter-in-law mentioned to him that his son already, she mentioned to him that his son already moved to his father's house. Okay, when the father reached to his son's home, his daughter-in-law very much surprised to see him, because son had already left to visit the father's home. Right? The daughter-in-law showed him the email which was sent by her father-in-law, and it was written there, "Reach tomorrow" instead of "reaching tomorrow." Now, so you can understand by this story that what the blunder can be if the communication will not be in the proper way. Right? So all the parameters, all the protocols of the communication must be followed. Now, there have some barriers in the communication. Okay, there have some barriers in the communication, in the effective communication. So what are the barriers can be there? What are these barriers? A barrier is ineffective communication is what? The factors, what can be the barrier? A barrier can be one individual. Okay, it can be based on the situation, environmental situation. Right now, a barrier prevents the receiver from receiving and understanding the message accurately. Okay, what barrier does? Now let us see what are the barrier in the proper effective communication. What the barrier can be in the effective communication. Okay, so barriers to effective communication. Barriers to effective communication. Barriers can be environmental barrier. Okay, barriers can be environmental barriers. Okay, there can be the situational barriers. Okay, situational barriers. Okay, and the individual barriers. Clear? Now I am leaving this topic: environmental barrier, situational barrier, individual barrier. Clear na? Barrier is what? Barrier is what? What you can say? This barrier is in effective communication. Right now, it prevents the receiver from receiving and understanding the message accurately. Okay? What is the barrier? It prevents. Okay? It prevents the receiver from receiving and understanding. Receiver from receiving or understanding, right? Understanding the message accurately. The message accurately. Right, students? So environmental barrier can be what? This can be the physical condition that affects the communication process. For example, defective instruments. There can be any obstacles in the environment. There is not so good sound quality. Okay, it's not the condition of the room is very distractive. Clear? It distracts the listener. Right now, if their room will be unhygienic, it will distract the listener. Okay, uncomfortable seating arrangement, right? Uncomfortable seating arrangement. Now, situational barrier can be, that is an environmental barrier where the communication is being done. Okay, the surroundings of the place where the communication is going on. Now, situational barrier is what? The factor like distance, noise, and distraction cause unnecessary disruption in the communication. For example, you can say that the loud music and noise from the generator or other in the surrounding, the noise which is coming in the surrounding, that can be the barrier for the communication, effective communication. And individual's barrier can be what? There can be the attitude, there, suppose the mood of the sender is not good. Those who are going to communicate, they are not healthy. Okay, so that can be the individual's barrier. So you will find out all these points, and you will write the environmental barrier, situational barrier, and individual's barrier. Okay, thank you.